Hello and welcome to another video about Cardano. In this video, as always, we're going to take a closer look at the Cardano price, but also at the Bitcoin price, because Bitcoin is often driving what the market is doing. Then before we start, I have created another channel yesterday in which I create tutorials for technical analysis. So if you're interested in learning that yourself or to understand it a little bit better when I do these videos or other YouTubers are doing these videos, then please go ahead and take a look at these videos. If you like them, you can find the link in the description. And then lastly, before we start, thanks a lot for all your comments. Thanks again for all your likes. It is so motivating and keeps me really going. Just proves that you guys like the content, and yeah, that keeps me going. So again, if you like the video, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please comment. All of that helps the algorithm. So let's go into Bitcoin. This is the 4-hour chart, and I go back. No, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We were here yesterday in the update and said there is a breakout imminent. Unfortunately, it broke now out to the downside. I did that video yesterday when we were here. I said it would be likely that the breakout could happen to the upside. First of all, because we were in a bullish flag formation, so a green move to the upside, and then that short retracement to the downside looked like a bullish flag. I said it would be likely because you had the support level coming up here, a diagonal support level, plus the moving average coming up here on the hourly chart, potentially dragging the price upwards, and the red support zone here as well. Well, we have broken out of both, of all three basically, unfortunately, to the downside. What did take place actually, it can always break out to either side. You never know before. You can only use certain indicators to point you in the right direction. Unfortunately, it did the opposite, and this isn't good for Bitcoin in my opinion. But what it did do is it found support at the 48K here on the 4-hour chart. As we said, this is the 20-day moving average. Unfortunately, it broke through the 50-day moving average, which is not a great sign on the 4-hour chart. And to be honest, what Bitcoin is doing here at the moment is really not good. And I just want you to be ready, because what we can clearly see now, we have failed to make that new high. Okay, we failed to make that new high, and we need to be ready that we could potentially see further moves to the downside. So there is potentially a kind of a negative trend forming here now. You need to see how that is playing out. But what we can clearly see, we have now failed to make a new higher high. And it's also losing momentum on the RSI. And while, you know, from a longer term perspective, we are going up in price, we can clearly see that divergence on the RSI, which is a bearish sign, because the RSI, which is our momentum indicator, is losing in momentum now, and that means we fail to make higher highs on the RSI. Now, always what I want to understand, are we still in an uptrend or not? And if we look on a higher time frame, we definitely are. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. So that's important to point out, because here on the daily, we are still also above the 50 line on the RSI. You can see that down here, you know, and with the RSI, if you are above 70, it is considered overbought. So there is normally a correction coming. We've now moved out of the RSI, so there is also potential now back to the upside. However, still we are making lower highs. We have started to make higher lows on the RSI, but now we're making a lower low again as well. So on the RSI, so it's not necessarily really a good sign of the RSI. Yeah, so that's not necessarily good for Bitcoin as well, because it is considered bearish, and we have also broken out of this channel or ascending wedge to the downside now for a second time. And let's take a look if the daily candle has closed below as well. I need to zoom in a little bit. Yes, the daily candle has, no, we are obviously still, this is today's candle here. We need to wait. Maybe, you know, guys, if we can go back in again, that would be great. If the daily candle closes outside, that is not a good sign. I mean, we did that before here, but managed to get back in here on the 27th of August. But if we continue to trade below the support line of that white channel in which we've been trading for, you can clearly see that, for 3 or 4 weeks now, that's not a good sign, because it just shows that we are losing momentum. I did say next support level is here at around 47,300. which is the 20-day moving average on the daily. Honestly, we shouldn't go below that. That has also been support now for a longer period since we started that uptrend here. So yeah, just be ready, guys. There is obviously, ideally we go back into this white channel again today. That is at 49,500. If we get back in, I think we're back in the game, because then there's also a chance we make a new higher high. If we go down, 47,300 is my next target to the downside. Be ready. What we need to see is that just that we go up. One more thing I want to mention though is we obviously identified this as a potential bull flag, and I did say these never turn out 100%. So could have been, you know, it is just not a bull flag, or it is a bull flag, but it just doesn't turn out like that. Well, what I need to say, the bull flag isn't really broken yet, because with a bull flag, normally what you expect is at least, so you start down here at the low, we go up to the high, and we should not get below the 50% retracement. And we can very beautifully see that we have hit this 50% retracement level. Okay, so as soon as we're still above that 50% retracement level of that bull flag formation, we are still in the game. Now let's take a look at the Cardano chart, of course, and it's a very similar view here on the 4-hour chart. Told you yesterday 270. If we go down, we'll hit the 270 level, and we did, and we bounced off that. I thought it would be more likely to go to the upside, but anyway, in the video yesterday I said to you as well that we can also break out of this channel to the downside, but as long as we don't retrace below the 270 level, which pretty much is the 50% retracement of that bull flag, then we are back in the, we are still sort of in the game, and it can turn out bullish typically. Yeah, this is never 100% guaranteed, but more likely than not. And again, we can check that here with the Fibonacci retracement, just see where we are, where's the 50% level, and very close at 270, yes, and we found support there. It's a good sign actually that it found support there, because it's not only the Fibonacci retracement 0.5 level, it's also on the 4-hour chart here. We've got two moving averages, this sort of cluster of moving averages, which is providing support. That is really good. So now we've bounced off really strongly, and what indicates a trend reversal on the 4-hour chart now is that we've had this lower shadow of the candle being quite long. Yeah, so that means the buyer stepped in, and let's see how that turns out. If we go down further, I think we will go back to this level of between, this is a support zone, there are many support and resistance levels in here between 255 and 245, but 255 is the first level of support. If we go up, you know that, guys, then we need to get above the first instance is 256, and then we've got the $2.98 to $3 level that we need to get through. So again, still it could turn out as a bull flag, so we're going to track that today. Watch out. I think if we break above this previous level here, the 285, then it might go up further to at least 295. Yeah, so and if we go down, we will land at 255. So be ready, guys. At the moment here on the 4-hour chart, of course, you know, what is interesting to point out, I just need to show you here on the ADX, which is trend indicator as well. We're about to make a bearish crossover here on the ADX, which means the green line is about to go below the red line. And when that happened before, which is here, no, sorry, this was a green one. But whenever we had a red one, a crossover to the downside here, you can clearly see that here. This was an indicator to sell, and it actually turned out bearish as well. We moved to the downside. So this is just one indicator, so let's hope we don't make that crossover and we don't then break to the downside. But even if we do, you know, it's always a good opportunity to buy more, at least for myself. And for any long-term holder, it is good if the price gets a bit lower. But of course, as you, I want to see us go through the $3 level as well. So of course, there will be another update video later today. Hope you enjoyed that update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.